All right, actually, we have a caller now. We have a caller on the line. Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Caller, are you there? Hello?
Mr. Caller, Mr. or Mrs. Caller.
Is this Bruce? Caller Bruce?
Yes.
Bruce, what's your question? Hello? Bruce?
Bruce, you still there?
Hello.
Yeah, what's your question? Your question. Okay, we can't
All
hear
right.
We can't hear Bruce.
Thank you
Okay,
very much, Bruce.
Bruce is gone.
Bruce Willis or Bruce Springsteen?
The boss.
The boss.
Apparently not the boss of anything.
Not the boss of the phone.
No, not the boss of calling in.
Definitely not that.
Caller Nick, are you on the line? Caller Nick, are you on the line?
Nick. Nick, are you there?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Nick?
Nick, are you on the
Hey,
line?
you guys hear me now?
Can you guys hear us?
How's it going, fellas?
All right, Nick, we're good. What's your question?
Well, I can't really hear you, but if you can hear me, I just had a question about the game coming up today. Cleveland is a 6-point favorite against Chicago, and I was just wondering what you guys thought would be the better bet.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for that question.
James, thank you. Why don't you take this one, James?
6-point favor on the road. That's always seems like a little bit of a large, margin. But I mean, I think I would look for the Cavs to bounce back. I would take a -6 spread, especially just the way they came back at the end of that game. It was about a 21 point deficit, and they came back to cut it to 2.
And they had a shot at the end to almost win the game. I say Cleveland is going to blow out Chicago today, only because Chicago really is just a mediocre team, and for the spread to be 6, that's kind of a little bit leery, and I think Cleveland's a great team, great team on the road, and only because of the almost collapse that Chicago had at the end of the Game 3, Cleveland's going to bounce back, and LeBron's probably just going to have 40 points, and he's going to do what he needs to do to get his team to win, and I say that Cleveland's going to probably win by at least 10 today.
Yeah, I could see a double-digit win, just because I feel like even in their victory, the Bulls have to feel a little bit down about the way they finish.
Yes.
And I think Cleveland is great to exploit that.
Okay, so moving on.
Thanks for the call, Nick.
Moving on, we got everything between the Cavaliers and the Bulls. Lots been going on with that. How's LeBron look? What do you guys think so far?
I mean, LeBron's just being LeBron.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah, like how they say Manny being Manny? LeBron being LeBron. That's all what it comes down to. However, though, and I don't want to get too far into this, but I think once the Cavs play better teams in the playoffs, it's going to be a little bit more tough for the Cavs with that type of stagnant offense that Cleveland does run, where it's really essentially just 1-on-5 with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually in the long run, if they play teams like Orlando or even Boston, they're going to give them a lot more of a hard time with that 1-on-5
So
offense.
essentially, Chicago is not giving Cleveland maybe the type of competition
I think
they may need.
Chicago's in the playoffs just because there had to be an 8-seeded team, and Chicago.
Well, I believe they were 41-41 on the season.
They were 41-41. But what I mean by that is, let me elaborate. Is obviously there has to be 8 teams going into the playoffs. Chicago was just one of the few teams that was just going to make the 8 seed and wind up losing in 4 or 5 games to Cleveland anyway. So again, I don't think this really is as big of a test for Cleveland as opposed to teams down the playoffs
I will say though, Derrick Rose is now putting himself into the category, in my opinion, of Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade. Those guys, 31 points in Game 3, 4 of 4 from 3-point. I mean, we've heard about who may the Bulls get. I don't really know if the Bulls need any. I think this is their number 1 guy.
Well, I think with the Bulls, there's just one player away in order to add on to their current young nucleus that they have that could potentially take them to the next level to being a 50-win team.
Okay, Go ahead.
I was just gonna talk about Joakim Noah real quick in terms of.
We have a caller though.
Oh, we have
a
caller.
caller. Adam.
Let me
from
hold that
New York. Are you there, Adam?
How you doing, Adam?
Adam,
Hey, I got a question for you, James D. and Deval P. What do you think of the chances of LeBron coming to the Knicks or another big free agent?
Well, here's the thing with that. The Knicks obviously have the money to sign somebody. Are they going to get somebody this offseason? I would have to say 100% yes. Are they going to get LeBron James? I would have to, if I was a betting man on this, I would have to lean more towards no, because I think LeBron really likes what he has in Cleveland. He likes being in the city of Cleveland, and he's so obsessed with being the next Michael Jordan that he wants to probably stay with one team and win it there. As far as who the Knicks are going to get, they'll get somebody. If you want my opinion, they'll probably settle more with like a Joe Johnson, potentially maybe even a Chris Bosh. But as far as LeBron James coming to the Knicks, I don't see that happening.
Adam, I'm sorry. To answer your question, the only chance LeBron has of coming to the Knicks, he has to lose. His team has to lose in the first round.
No, I don't think that the Knicks will get LeBron. Like James said, he's the king of Cleveland. Unless the Knicks can throw something towards the line of 180, 200 million over the next 6 to 8 years, I don't see him in the Knicks jerseys next year.
But even if they throw him $180 million
LeBron is not coming to the Knicks unless they lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Which won't happen.
Or if they win the championship. That's the only way he's going to leave Cleveland. It's not happening any other way. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Talkin Hoopz, chataboutit.com. Call us live, 877-242-8212.